Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 57. Tesla is about to dominate in Japan, and something that Ford is stealing market from Tesla. GM is building more battery factories, and Tesla is securing more nickel. And a new Porsche Taycon has been added to the family. And SpaceX Starship prototype finally stuck the landing. No problem. Well, there are small issues they still need to figure out, but all this and much more to come in today's episode. So let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Tesla Model 3's demand spikes in Japan, the world's third largest car market. And it is a difficult market to get into because the country's government has played a leading role in promoting domestic product. But as I reported on 2 weeks ago, Tesla cut their price of the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus by $7,800 and the long range with $14,700. So the price decrease of the Model 3 by almost 25% is a consequence of the fact that Giga Shanghai began production of the right-hand driving vehicles for various markets, including Japan. And Tesla will continue to cut their prices every time they have a chance to do so. It's not because of demand problem, as Gordon Johnson think it is, but this has been the clear mission from Tesla from the beginning to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And to do this, they need to get their cars more affordable. And I'm not just talking about making a $25,000 car, but also getting their existing models to become cheaper and cheaper. Because every time they reduce the price, they will increase the amount of people that can afford their cars. And Tesla is constantly getting better at manufacturing, taking more and more in-house and getting more factories up and running. And all this means that Tesla can push the price of making their cars down. And every time they do, they will cut the prices to get access to an even bigger market. So Tesla will not stop cutting prices. Quite the opposite. And we can see just how big an impact it has in Japan after they cut the prices over there because the cars are coming from Shanghai and not all the way from Fremont. Now the delivery time has gone up from 6 to 8 weeks to 12 to 16 weeks. But this is also pushing the domestic automakers to step it up when it comes to EVs, because you can now get the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus for only 4.3 million yen, and the Mazda MX-30 cost about 4.5 million yen. So the Tesla is cheaper, but has more than twice the range, 5 times the charging speed, bigger in every way and much faster, and get update over the air, have everything it needs to become a full self-driving car in the future. And Mazda doesn't have any of this and is more expensive. Man, are we going to see Tesla sales in Japan explode. Who in their rightful mind would buy a Mazda MX-30 over the Tesla when it's even cheaper? And Mazda and Toyota are not even close at getting EV production at any level close to what Tesla has. Also because Japan has been betting hard on hydrogen cars, but the technology is still not very adopted even in Japan. In 2019, there were still only 3,600 hydrogen cars on the road in Japan. So as Takeshi Mayao, an analyst at consulting firm Kanorama in Tokyo, said, given Tesla's manufacturing capacity, it will be difficult for Japanese manufacturers to compete. It's going to be difficult for them to offer similar value proposition. This is kind of a big deal. Japan is the third largest car market in the world, and Tesla just undercut their domestic-made EVs prices and of course bringing much better performance all around, and they have a factory just on the other side of the Chinese Sea. This could even hurt the development of the hydrogen cars when Tesla is coming in flooded the market with great EVs and charging infrastructure. Even today there are still only about 127 hydrogen stations in the entire country, but they already have over 40,000 charging points. points though, not stations, but again a much bigger number than hydrogen. And many of the EVs can just charge at home. Hydrogen will never be able to do that, and it is much cheaper and faster to put up more charging station than hydrogen station. And just look at all the stations Tesla alone have in Japan and have planned. The EV revolution are moving so fast, I don't think hydrogen can keep up and will eventually be left in the dust. So I know this was a big piece in the news show about Japan, but I really think this is kind of a big deal. Tesla is now ready to dominate the EV market in Japan, the world's third largest car market, where domestic EVs are very limited in numbers and performance, and this could hurt Japan's plan for their hydrogen future. Going to be very interesting to follow, and now Tesla is setting themselves up to dominate the EV market in the world's biggest, second and third largest car market on the planet, and are opening a new factory in Europe this year as well, in Germany, that has the fourth biggest car market of any country on earth. Yep, Tesla is not slowing down. 2021 will be an amazing year for Tesla, and 2022 will simply just explode. There has been some headlines that Ford Mach-E are stealing Tesla's sales, and Tesla's market share is going down. And good old Mark B. Spiegel, Mr. BS, came out of hiding to make some hits against Tesla. Oh dear Mr. BS. But just remember that the true numbers are Tesla's assumed US sales were 21,550 in February compared to everyone else. And who do I mean by everyone? Everyone! Exactly. All of these companies combined sold only 9,527 combined. So Tesla 21,000, everyone else 9,000. So yeah, Tesla is still way in front, and as I keep reminding people about is that Ford will still only make about 50,000 of the Mach-E this year. So at the end of the year we will really be able to see just how far ahead Tesla is when they delivered more than 10 times as many Model 3s and Ys than Ford will deliver of their Mach-E. So no, Tesla is not in trouble. There are plenty of room for everyone. To sell as many EVs as they like. There's no demand problem in the EV marketplace yet. Yes, Tesla cannot continue to hold an 80% market share in the US, so as many other enters the EV game, Tesla market share will go down. But that does not mean that Tesla sales is going down. Don't worry, Tesla will deliver their best ever Q1 numbers, even with their insanely large EV market share in the US going down. The only thing that matters is the sales. Period. And that has only been going up. And we did also see a huge increase in sales in Germany, where Tesla were up 180% year over year. And Germany did see a plug-in share of over 20% in February. Nice. Yes, Tesla is doing just great. No problems with sales anywhere. But yes, when you hold such a big position of the market share as Tesla does in some regions around the world, it is only natural for their share of the market to go down. But that does not mean that their sales are going down. Just remember that. And Tesla was one of the only companies that saw a positive growth year over year in Germany in February. Except Smart, that has been falling like a rock in 2020, they finally got back up. Nice to see them recover after a terrible year for them in 2020. GM and LG are looking into building another battery factory in the US. GM has confirmed that it is working with LG to build another battery factory in the US under their joint venture. Nothing is final yet, but a factory in Tennessee is being considered. I hope they will make this one even bigger than the one they are building right now, which is only a 30 gigawatt-hour per year factory. But nice to see them building even more batteries factories. Because automakers that are serious about electrifying their vehicles lineup have to secure a large amount of batteries. And Tesla is very serious about their electric vehicles, and therefore they take it a step further. They're not just partnering to build battery factories, Tesla is securing the materials that are going into the batteries as well. And Tesla just secured nickel from a mine in New Caledonia. Tesla has agreed to buy nickel from a mine in New Caledonia in a move to secure its supply of the battery metal, which Elon Musk has called the group's biggest concern. The electric car maker will become a technical advisor at the coral mine on the Pacific Island and also get long-term supplies of nickel from the project as a part of the agreement with the New Caledonian government, according to a person directly familiar with the matter. Yes, this is only Tesla that are doing something like this, going directly to the source. The other guys are only buying batteries. Tesla buys the materials that are going into the batteries, so they can make a ton of their own batteries. No one else is doing something like this, and they think they can keep up with Tesla? Man, they just don't get it. Full self-driving is not something in the distant future. We get evidence of this every single week from all the different beta testers, and this week is no different. Tesla owner of Silicon Valley showed on Twitter him driving a Tesla full self-driving beta through windy mountain roads. And he only had one intervention. Just look at that. This is crazy. Something that Waymo would not be able to do because it's not a mapped area. But Waymo can do it in the cities they have mapped, as Whole Catalog showed on Twitter, where he tested out both Waymo and Tesla beta on the same route. And both Waymo and Tesla did the same route, and both with 0 interventions. But the big difference was that Waymo made the route in 8 minutes and Tesla full self-driving did the route in 5 minutes and 12 seconds, so 35% faster. Because Tesla's full self-driving computer is learning to drive like a human and Waymo is not. And there are still people that think Tesla is dead last when it comes to full self-driving. But here's just a little reminder of what Tesla can do. Yeah, no one else can do this but Tesla. Summon your car in a parking lot. And Elon did confirm that Tesla aims to release a new version of the full self-driving beta next month with wider access. And Elon did also tweet that full self-driving subscription will come in Q2 for sure. Ooh, we are getting closer and closer. And Porsche just revealed a new kid on the block in the Taycon family. It is the Porsche Turismo they are making electric. Porsche is officially unveiling the Taycon Cross Turismo, a $90,000 more practical version of the performance electric car it is based on. The Turismo is a larger model that looks a bit more like a station car. The look is not my cup of tea, but I don't really like the look of station cars in general, and the Porsche Cross Turismo is no exception. I think the real Porsche Taycan Turbo S is a thing of beauty, but the Porsche Taycan Turbo S Cross Turismo is just a bit of a big mouthful, just as its name, but it will no doubt be a great performing electric car with a 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds with the Turbo S version. But I am a bit worried about the range though, since the Taycan is not known for great range, so how will this much bigger car do? Well, we don't know yet, so we have to wait until we get some EPA or VLTP ratings. The car should start delivery this summer. And Volvo also revealed their new electric vehicle, the C40 Recharge. But I have made a whole video on this one, so if you want to know more, go check that one out. But it was a little disappointing with range, and it is only a converted ICE car, not a fully electric vehicle built from the ground up on the new battery skateboard. But Volvo is going all in on EV and a sustainable future, so that was very cool to see, but check out my videos for more details. One thing Volvo CEO did say that is not in the video is that he is fully convinced that no one will want a gas car in 2030. And I couldn't agree more on that one. More and more are joining the ban of the ICE car, but now cities are also putting a stop to making new gas stations. Petaluma in California, a city of 61,000 residents, has become the first in the country to permanently halt the construction of new gas stations. The legislation will also outlaw new pumps at existing stations and streamline the process for adding more EV infrastructure like electric charging bays and hydrogen fuel cell facilities. And the city wants to have a zero carbon emission by 2030. And it has been a great week for SpaceX, making history once again. Firstly, they did launch the Starship prototype SN10. I did make a whole video about that launch. If you haven't seen that one, you must. But the Starship did launch and it did get to 10 kilometers, where it just hovered a bit. And as Stephen McRyan from Solving the Money Problem did spot, the Starship did the flip on exactly 420. Only Elon Companies has this amount of humor. Nice spotted, Stephen. But it did skydive back down to the landing pad and did successfully land. Nice. But then about 30 minutes later, something happened and the rocket exploded. Quite spectacularly, and of course caught by Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut. SpaceX probably just didn't want to disassemble the whole thing. Much easier just to blow it up. And of course, it makes a great show. But SpaceX did another launch not many hours later, another Starlink mission with 60 satellites that was successfully deployed, and the booster did land safely back down on the drone ship. And that was SpaceX's 76th successful landing. Just mind-blowing, and it was the 8th time this booster landed. And if you're counting, this was the 6th Starlink mission this year already. And Elon Musk did confirm that Starlink will be available to most of the Earth this year, and we cranked the speed up to about 300 megabits per second. And from 2020 and forward, SpaceX will just work on getting more and more coverage to get faster and faster speed. At some point about 10,000 megabits per second. When I first heard about Starlink, I did not expect it to be here already in 2021. Just an amazing job, SpaceX. And SpaceX is still on target for their 2023 Starship flight around the moon. The project by Japanese billionaire Yusaka that will bring 8 private persons with him on this historic journey. The first civilian lunar mission called Dearmoon. That is only 2 years from now. Man, we are living in some crazy times, my friend. Check out Yusaka's video about the mission, link in the description. And let's squeeze in the last short's new topics into this new show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. SpaceX plans to set up Starlink manufacturing facility in Texas to keep up with the big global demand, probably to mass produce the Starlink starter kit. Boring Company officials visit Florida mayor to discuss tunnel in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Nice. Herbert Dees did tweet this picture, teasing an ID3 convertible. Yeah, that would be cool. So Volkswagen is getting ready to be able to make over-the-air update. They just need the ID3 into the dealership for the first one, and then it should be able to do over-the-air from here on out. So this is Volkswagen doing over-the-air update to the fleet, and this is Tesla. Morgan Stanley think that Tesla's autonomous cars and SpaceX Starlink will likely form a necessary synergy to provide high-speed and low-latency internet to the fleet of autonomous cars. I could definitely see them fitting the antenna technology into the car at some point, maybe in the bonnet of the car or something like that, but time will tell. And check out this 75-year-old Chinese granny picking up her made-in-China Model 3. Yes, definitely young at heart. Wonder if that is the performance version she bought. And more software issues from old automakers. Daimler's EQV screen frozen for days with no access to anything. German automakers are in deep trouble the very moment that customers experience a car with working software. And a rumor that the Plaid Plus Model S is in the release candidate stage from sources with knowledge of the situation. The release candidate stage usually lasts for about 6 months, so if this is true, we might see the Plaid Plus already in September. And while we are talking about rumors, Jim Bob tweeted a great rumor. So the rumors are Tesla might build houses at Terra Austin, linked to the factory with boring tunnels, make the houses off-grid with maker packs, lend money to workers to buy their houses. Yeah, indeed, that would be epic, and maybe explain the Boring Company tunnels we have been hearing about before. And a Tesla Model X owner showing off in China. Nice. and UK plug-in market share hits 13% in February, up 2.3 times year over year. Diesel fell 61%. Ouch. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my news patrons and members of this show. Cookie UK, Greg Allen, Jesper Batu Shad, Christopher Espandola, Jaroslav Marszalek, Daring Autray, Matun Kelsey, Shiro Vigilant, and my thank you for watching members, Klaus Witchman, Carl Condi, Peter Mikkelsen, Sailing on the Summer Breeze, and my Be Nice and You Are members, Stephen Snow, Bill Bynek, Patty Matter. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you so much. And let's end off with a bit of fun. You know how people say Tesla has no advantages over other automakers? None whatsoever. Well,
Tesla has no advantages. Elon Musk be like, hold my beer.
It was uphill.
Meanwhile, Volkswagen would be like, hold my beer.
I need to fix these software bugs.
No advantages, my
that is all we have time for in this news show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes just like this one. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of the show and get your shout out here on this channel. You can also become a member of Best in Tesla YouTube channel and get shout outs and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. But going forward, I will make more videos available for Patreons and members only, so don't miss out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news and more in there as it comes out. And check out the merch store to support this show and get some merchandise. And now it's also possible to support this show without buying anything, becoming a member or a Patreon. There is a link to a donation option in the show notes. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.